Whether we notice it or not, steel is a huge part of our everyday lives. In fact, millions of people are impacted by the steel industry daily. There are so many wonderful and productive uses for steel in our society, like roller coasters, building bridges, skyscrapers, and many other ways. Also, steel is having more of an environmental impact in our society as the industry tries to go green. Hopefully, throughout this video, you will gain more of an appreciation for steel and see that it truly shapes our society. Henry Bessemer, a British inventor, was the first to mass-produce steel in 1856. Bessemer designed a pear-shaped converter in which iron could be blown through the molten metal. Oxygen would pass through the molten metal and react with carbon to release carbon dioxide and form a more pure iron. In the 1860s, German engineer Karl Wilhelm Simens created the open hearth process, another method of producing steel. To make steel, iron ore is blasted from the ground. Coal is smashed and compressed and then mixed with the iron ore pellets. This forms molten iron. Molten iron is then mixed with recycled steel in a basic oxygen furnace. It then becomes molten steel. Then it is combined with other substances to form other kind of steel that meets the customer's demands. Modern steelmaking technologies have advanced since the days of the Bessemer method and the open hearth process. In Crucible particle metallurgy, metal is poured through a small nozzle with high-pressure gas, transforming liquid stream into a trail of small spherical droplets. Droplets then solidify through the cooling tower and are consolidated at temperatures to be used for forging. Benefits of CPM are refined grain size, improved toughness, wear resistance, grindability, consistent heat treatment response, and others. This process was invented in 1970. Another major process is micromelt. During the first stage of this process, metal is melted using air induction processes and poured into refining ESH tundish, where the metal is heated and purified, reducing the number of inclusions. The next steps are the same as the process mentioned earlier. The steel industry has been dedicated to finding new ways to manufacture steel in a more efficient way, and in ways to keep the environment clean. Over the past decade, this commitment has been made amongst all the steel industries. The steel industry has reduced the energy that they require to produce steel. Steel manufacturers have set out to reduce the greenhouse gases they emit. The steel industry has made a push to make people aware that steel is 100% recyclable and can be used over and over again without deterioration. High technology has been pushed by motivated steel manufacturers that want to reduce the cost of their steel, improve the quality of their steel, and improve the impact steel production has on the environment. Major steel producers like ArcelorMittal and Nippon Steel Corporation recycle millions of tons of steel scrap and reduce the temperature that steel is produced at. And steel companies like US Steel Corp and Nucor Corp have spent millions of dollars to improve their company's environmental understanding of the steelmaking process. To conclude, steel is all around us and in everything that we do. It is in our cars, bridges, skyscrapers, and has a huge impact on our everyday lives. Steel is also making a positive environmental impact by reducing energy expenses, pollution, and reusing more materials. Since steel has such a big impact on our lives, it is easy to see that it truly shapes our society.